You are now in the dungeon. What's your plan of action?
Bill runs ahead of everybody. No kidding.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say, Holly, please don't walk off like that again.
Yeah, for someone who has like a bunch of bells on you, you were surprisingly quiet.
Maybe you should pay better attention to me then.
Oh, don't go with me again, girl. Well, we're already inside anyway, so we might as well keep pushing forward.
That's like a plan. Who's taking point? Dojj, you're a strong fellow. How about you take point?
Plus, if something jumps us, you might as well take the first damage.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess Dojj is going to be leading that party, and then... What's the rest of the walking order we got? So...
I'll be behind Dojj.
I'll be in the middle of her group.
Okay.
So will I.
I guess I'll also be behind the resident gunslinger.
Okay. So, let's see here. That would look a little something like... Dojj is in front, Ko is beside.
Ranged people in the middle.
Ranged people in the middle, and Holly is in the back. Does that look right?
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. So, you all have arrived in room 1 of the dungeon. And as you guys can see right there beside you, there is a statue, and it is a statue of a woman in very long robes. She's looking down, and in her hands, she's holding a very large egg-shaped blue crystal gem. When you touch it, it feels kind of cool to the touch. Not super duper cold, but just like a very faint cold breeze.
Dungeon Master, this statue of the woman, does she look like the one that has been haunting in the visions I saw?
Yes, except her eyes are closed.
That is her!
That is who?
What?
The woman, it's her, but the eyes are different still, but I don't know how, but it's her.
Does the statue seem like very... does it look very threatening, or does it look very peaceful? Like,
No.
does her expression look...
It looks very peaceful. It almost looks like it's holding this crystal, almost like it's its own child.
Can I roll a religion check to see if this is something, this figure might be from a religious check, like culture or anything like that?
Sure.
And Taya's just gonna say, "This is the woman you were so scared of?"
What is that supposed to mean? She's terrifying!
I'm sorry for you, but you have just barely failed that check. You do not recognize it. You think you do, but you're not completely sure.
No, I guess I don't know about their religion up here or their culture well enough.
But
Can I
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can I investigate the surrounding area to see if there's anything hidden or just like anything that could be useful?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Look, if you don't believe me, ask Dojj. He sees the same visions, correct?
24.
Okay, so you look around the room, Ko. You don't see anything trap-wise or anything like that. But on the statue, right below it, on a plaque, it says, let's see, hold on. What languages do you understand?
I know Abyssal and Common.
Okay, so it is written in Common. It says, 4 times placed, once opened.
He repeats that to the group.
4 times plays?
One open.
Is it some kind of riddle?
I suppose
There might be
so.
there might be multiple statues then.
Why would they put a riddle or puzzles in their own temples is beyond me.
Can I go pick up the emerald or the jewel?
Yeah, so you have picked up the crystal. You are now carrying a crystal.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell Adanna, is like, well, I suppose it would make sense they don't want anyone just traipsing into their temple.
Even the public.
yes. I mean, this is a religious sect. I believe only a certain few religious members might be allowed in. It's not like, an exclusive Bob club or anything.
So I'm gonna, while holding the crystal, I'm gonna move forward to on the left hall.
All right. So, you head up over here to the left hall. Does anybody want to go with Ko?
Are we splitting up the group, or should we?
Up to you.
Should we still stick together, or should we cover more ground and split up?
I do have a communication device I've given to Dojj, so if we split up, we still have a one-way communication between the two groups.
I'm guessing each group has a healer.
Wait, one way? That means only one side can speak to the other, and the other can't speak back.
Sorry, two-way. I always get those mixed up. Worst mistake ever since my childhood.
Looks like Mr. Jingles.
Alright. Well, if he needs assistance, I'll go with Mr. Ko. I rely that you may go with Dojj if you are planning to go through the other direction.
All right.
I make my
I'll
way.
take the left passageway.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
That's
No,
going
right.
to be the right one, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so Jingles and Co, you are going to the left. I'll let you take one more person with you.
Holly, come on.
Finally, I'm appreciated.
All right.
Well,
you
we may
just-
need your inspiration if we're going to need to find any more of these clues around here.
Can we sing songs on the way there?
As long as it doesn't get us killed, then yes, you can.
You just see
all-
Adian with a shit-eating grin. I'm sorry, team, but just a grin.
I'm about to say I just took a sip from the DM gives and takes away mug. So,
Have fun with choir practice.
all right. So
Oh, I will.
let's start with the left group first, shall we? So, you three, you are off and away into room number 2, which is here.
Wait, is that a wall?
A wall? What?
Yeah,
right.
wasn't that just a... There was a wall. How did we
You
get
you guys entered the back rooms. Congratulations.
Speed
I
running.
assume we went like
Watch
this.
out for the bacteria.
Yeah, you went that way, yeah. Okay, so in room number 2, there is a giant goblet made out of ice, and to your left, over here, there is a wheel. Above the goblet, there is what looks like the opening of a pipe. What do you do?
Jingles, do you see anything inside the cup?
Let me assess the situation. Jingles is going to walk up and just inspect the hole closer.
You don't see anything right away, but what you think you see a blue glow coming from the bottom of the cup, almost like it was coming from the gem that you picked up earlier.
Well, I see the same glowing as in the previous artifact we recovered, so I suppose we can just take it?
It's too far down for you to do that. You'll have to.
Okay.
You'll have to figure
in
it
the
out.
well?
Yeah, it's in the giant goblet.
Oh, it's in the giant goblet, the glowing thing.
How giant is the goblet? Like, big enough to fit in?
Like Dodge sized.
Damn.
So we could crawl into it.
It's smooth on all sides. There is no way to grab on. There's no handles or anything.
Well, there is one way we can try something I thought of. Ruby, could you try and take this little thing out? Would you be a dear?
So you're sending her in?
Yeah, I'm sending her in.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to give me a strength check from Ruby to see if she can do this.
Alright, strength check. -3. Alright, let's do this.
Ah, that's too bad.
Oops, sorry.
You hear Ruby's hooves like trying to grab onto and skittering on something glass-like inside. But she flies back up with a slightly defeated look on her face. She is unsuccessful.
There, my dear. You did your best.
Remember, there is a wheel over to your left if you'd like to try and turn that to see what it does.
I head over towards the wheel.
Okay. Let's give it a turn.
Right.
Oh, that's
Before I spin it, I give the emerald to Jingles.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, you crank the wheel, and when you do, water flows
See what
out of
happens?
the pipe and into the goblet. I said Dojj, it's a Dojj size, it's like 10 feet tall.
Okay.
When it gets up to about halfway, Ruby, like, looks in, and she comes back down and kind of alerts you that something is going on with the water inside.
Oh?
It seems to have stopped at 5 feet and is not going up.
Turning the
Do we
wheel
notice
more
that?
won't do anything either.
Nope, it just strengthens the flow of the water.
Can I look at this table over there to see any tools or instruments?
Give me an investigation.
Investigation, I will do that. 9.
Dang. No dice. You see a lot of old rusted tools, but they don't look like they'd be very useful.
9. No. 9. 9. 9! This is all useless!
What about the thing in this? Or is in the center? That's where the cup is, correct?
Correct.
Can you spinning the wheel?
Yeah, sure, you can keep spinning the wheel. Holly, what would you like to do in the meantime? You're just kind of sitting down here chilling.
Yeah, sorry. My brain is drawing a blank. I literally can't think of anything.
Wait, is there like a tool on this table that might be able to help pull it out?
Maybe. Holly, why
Can
don't
I also try an investigation?
Sure. Let's see if you have any better luck trying to figure out the mystery here. Oh,
Ooh, much
wow,
better.
yeah. Absolutely much better. That's a nat 20. All right.
Nice!
Damn!
As you go over to the same table where Jingles is, you hear a faint glugging sound coming from the goblet, almost like something is coming out. And when you turn, you see at the stem of the goblet, close to the base, there is a hole, and it is leaking water. However,
So we just need to plug up the hole.
yeah, but I say, and it is perfectly circular. The tools themselves have lost their use, but the handles are still in good condition.
Are you thinking what Z thinking?
Let's give it a try. She picks up one of the tools and, like, sticks it in the hole to see if it'll plug it up.
And it does. And when it does, you see the water start to rise until it starts to flow over, and up on the top of the water is floating the second crystal.
Holy, you genius!
This was what's
There we
called
go.
this was what's called a Pythagorean cup, where if you don't close a specific hole, the liquid in the cup will not stay.
Very interesting.
I was wrong.
Grab the
Before
crystal
Jen
now?
said.
Yeah, you can grab that crystal now.
Holly grabs it.
Is the water still flowing?
You could probably, yeah, you could turn it off now. I mean, there's no sense in keeping it on.
Wait, what if we... No, wait. What are the consequences if we leave the room flowing with water?
Let's just stop. I stopped spinning the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
right.
you'd create an icy floor, that's for sure. That probably wouldn't be pleasant.
Yeah, besides, we are going to take over this place once it's all over, so I really don't want to pay for water damages.
So, you guys have the second crystal now. And,
Right.
mean-
Hopefully we did a better job than the other group is doing.
well, let's find out. Meanwhile, with the
Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
other group in room number 3, you guys have gone up the right path, and you guys have come to the first room on the right. You see there is not a statue holding a crystal, but there is like a pillar holding a crystal. But there's something off about this one. The one you found before was glowing. This one seems to have lost its shine. It's a very deep blue. It's still, crystal-like, translucent, but it's not glowing like the other one.
How high up is it?
Not high up at all. I mean, it's like, I don't know,
Like
2
again-
feet. 2 feet at most. I mean, any of you can grab it.
Oh, okay. Can I inspect the pillar it's attached to?
Yep, I'll need you to make an investigation check.
Alright.
Can I assist her?
Sure. You can roll an advantage.
Alright. The higher one would be a 16.
Okay. So, as you inspect the pillar and the crystal itself, you notice that on the top of the crystal, there appears to be some sort of small fissure. Almost like
Hello?
a piece of it has been chipped off. Which is probably explains why it lost its shine.
I see. Looks
And
around the...
with that 16, Taya, you look and written on the pillar right underneath the crystal in Elvish, it says, "Pieces that were left behind. To open the door, you must go find."
He says left behind. What was the second part?
To open the door, you must go find.
To open the door, you must go find. Do we have to do a scavenger hunt with a little crystal chip?
Mm-hmm. You are looking for the missing piece.
Ah, boy. I hope you boys are good at keeping your eyes to the ground, because we have to look for a little tiny chip. We
I
have
looked where it was... Where it originally... that the statue... Was it? Where we found the crystal?
Mm-hmm. What about it?
It was it's being suspended. Can I investigate around that area to see if a broken chip is just on the floor around it?
Sure. I'll move you down there and you give me an investigation check. So while you're off investigating that, Dojj, Taya, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna see what else. Is there anything else in this room?
No. Just that
What's
crystal.
with the bloody 8 tonight?
You don't see anything. So what would you like to do now? Would you like to go back with the group or poke around somewhere else?
Well, I'm guessing we have to look over the place. I'm going to, I don't know, go to the left hallways.
Okay. So, about that time, you run into Holly and Jingles and Co.
What's
You know,
that?
I expect I would be hearing your bells ringing by now.
Is it Adanna?
Guess
What are
this
you
place
doing
doesn't
here?
carry sound.
I thought you'd be with the others.
Well, we're looking for a chip from one of the crystals.
And you split off from each other?
Oh, it's like there's anything dangerous in this temple besides the ice.
And the ice
You don't know that.
And don't forget about the scary woman who could freeze you at a mere instant.
Have you guys seen any chips, like something that was broken off from a crystal orb or anything in there?
Not very. What are we exactly looking for precisely?
What was the color of the gem that has a chip missing?
For that one, it's going to be a dark blue, like ocean blue.
Like, have you seen any dark blue gem fragments in that room?
What are you talking about? It's all blue. It's like trying to look for a piece of crystal
Whoa.
in the snowpack.
Holly's nat 20 investigation, unfortunately, she, despite finding the answer to the cup, she did not see a shard like that anywhere.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thinking the shard fragment must be around in this temple. I'll head back to the others. Seems like the statue doesn't have it. You just see him walking off.
Alright.
Good to see you too, I suppose.
And while that was going on, I was just asking Dojj. I was like, dear, you've been here for quite a while. You've been in this region for quite a while. What do you think of this? Do you know anything about these magical gems and how you could possibly repair them?
Do I, DM?
You would not, unfortunately. Vikings don't exactly deal in jewelry.
And we pillage.
Yeah.
I know how to smash, kill, and burn.
And crochet.
Well, smashing is definitely the opposite we need right now. Ah, Adanna, you returned. Have you any luck?
No, the fragment wasn't there, nor have the others found a blue chip fragment. Are you sure it's not in here?
I'm very sure.
What was that other voice? Where was that disembodied voice came from?
Oh, you were asking Rock. Okay.
Yes.
Is it in here, DM?
No, with your
I'm pretty-
16 check, it's not going to be in there.
Oh, I'm sure it's somewhere deeper in this darn icy tomb.
I mean, you're a druid, right? Wouldn't you know about wouldn't you know more about these kind of magical things? Wouldn't you know how to like magically recharge or repair something like this?
No, I do not have much training in arcane. Probably Mr. Jingles would probably know.
Speaking of Jingles, Code Jingles and Holly, where are you guys off to?
Should we continue down the hall?
I suppose so. I think they can handle themselves just fine. For now, we need to possibly look out for any of this blue crystal piece they're speaking of.
Alright.
What do you think as well, Gore?
Scout ahead.
Okay, we scout ahead.
So you're going down which hallway?
The one over here.
Okay. Select tool.
Oh,
time.
Ukraine colors.
Okay, so as you guys walk down the hall a little bit, you see another room right here. Would you like to go in?
Yes.
Wait, before we go in, can I look out for traps or anything that might cause us bodily harm?
Do you have, like, I guess the detect trap spell?
More like, investigation?
Sure.
It won't be as easy, but may as well give us make sure we don't get scrambled. 13.
You're about, like, 60% sure that there's no traps in here.
Well, I guess
Great
we'll take
odds.
the odds. Let's take those odds.
Alright.
Let's go in.
Alright, it's off to this room. When you guys enter, you discover that this is a room full of barracks.
This is odd.
And there
For a
is...
temple, this is surprisingly cozy.
So yes, there are 7 beds in here, and that table over there that is at the left side of the room. Where's my pointer tool? Yeah, right there. That is also in this room too. That's part of it.
Can I go check out the table with Jingles?
Sure. If you're both gonna check that out, 2 investigations or 1 advantage.
Do you want to give me help with the advantage?
What's your investigation at?
+5.
+8 for me.
Oh, +8 for you. Okay, I'll help you out.
Alright.
Okay, 25. Alright, so, as you look around the table, you find that it is littered full of papers with different drawings of spell circles and letters of some kind of indecipherable language. You're not sure what. These almost look like they're instructions, perhaps?
Are any of them in Abyssal or Elven?
I'll say one of them is, but you also notice that written on the bottom right corner, it is written, also in Abyssal, it says, failed.
Just in plain word, like in plain common, failed?
Yeah.
What does the other word say in the one of the languages I know?
In Abyssal, the rest of the paper is instructions for summoning, and they all seem to allude to a powerful winter spirit. But the more you look through the papers, the more of them you find are labeled as failed.
They did this multiple times trying to summon this
Yes,
thing you
yes.
saw.
They were trying to create something, but what exactly?
It. What you saw, right?
Okay, so you believe me?
Bro, like, what, we've been through this. I believe you, man. I mean, like, what we're going through right now is pretty insane.
Well, thank you. Yes, it's been a while since someone actually believes me for once.
No problem, man. No problem.
But enough about my personal options. I'll confiscate these papers and I'll show it with the rest of the group later. We might be able to think of consensus, but I have a feeling that whoever is up to this has something to do with this religion place.
Is there anything under the table?
With your 25, I'll say that you look under there and you catch a faint glint behind one of the chair legs.
Ooh.
I pointed out towards Jingles.
Oh, very smart. Before he investigates the table, can you, add and confiscate the papers into his inventory?
Yeah, I'll say that by now you've taken the papers, and as you've taken the papers, Ko is on... He's looking underneath the table to see if he can find anything else. Ko, when you reach towards that glint, you reach over by the chair and you pull up a tiny shard of blue crystal.
Oh, now this is what we're looking for. Well,
like
since
it.
we have what we're looking for, I am just going to call up the group, and you see Jingles taking out a very smooth, looking marble stone. And what you go, well, not a marble stone, but it's basically made of wood. So you basically see him press a sort of strange circular button in the middle, and Dojj, you would basically hear a small vibration on wherever you placed the your sending stone at. Zelo? Ving ving, ving ving, Zelo?
What's Not there because is contagious.
I hear something vibrating. Is that
Dojj?
Is that a good or a
Dojj?
bad sign?
Is the Dojj, you still alive? I didn't give you this machine for nothing. Yep, I recognize that grunt from anywhere. Well, whatever you've been looking for, I believe we have it. It seems to be some sort of small shard of crystal, was it?
Where was it?
It was in the barracks section. Also, we found some very particular papers relating to some sort of ritual. And I believe the lady is related to this. So, we are going to probably meet up with you again. How about at the statue? Does that sound good? I'll take that as a yes. See you soon. Beep. Alright, shall we get going?
Can I investigate the beds real quick?
Sure. Anything specific you're looking for?
Just seeing if there's anything around.
While she's doing that, I'm going to walk past her and then go over here. What's this little thing in front of me?
That's just like a little light in the room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like those ocean lamps that you see in pools.
Okay, with a 16, Holly, you find a couple, little coin pouches, each filled with 50 silver pieces, so you have now found an additional 150 silver pieces. Congratulations.
Yes!
One of them seems to have a little torn off corner of a page on it. And written on there, it just says the word Gollum.
Gollum. She, brings it over to the others. You two found some papers, right?
Yes.
Does this seem like it belongs with those? She, hands it over to them.
Let me look over it real quick. Jingles is going to rapidly look over the pages, see if they may have, a rip-off piece that might resemble that of the missing piece.
Despite your very best efforts, all of these pages seem too recent. The corner of the page that she found is very, very yellowed.
Which means it's been made a while ago. I suggest you hold on to it. And if you find any more pieces that are related to this page, I might be able to repair it in some way.
Alright. She takes
Right.
the paper back.
So, if it is a column, I'm wondering... never mind. Let's get back with the others.
Good find, Holly.
Alright. So, whoop.
And I'm assuming Dojj managed to tell us about Jingles told him?
Yeah, I'd probably assume so.
Alright, so
To the
I'm just-
statue.
it's I'm wondering, should we just leave this cracked gem here, or do you think we should bring it with us?
Is it safe?
I'm gonna try to tap on it a bit, just lightly.
It just makes it sound like you're tapping a pane of glass. Nothing happens.
Can I see if I can remove it?
Yeah, sure. You pick it
Alright.
up, and much like the first crystal and second one, it does nothing when you remove it. You are
I
just
suppose
you're just holding it.
well, since we're grabbing the rest of them, I guess there's no harm in just taking it with us. Come, let's go.
All right.
It's
It's off to room 1.
yeah.
Ah, stay on.
All right. So, Taya, you are holding the crystal. Ko, you are
Alright.
holding the piece of the crystal. What would you like to do?
Well, you think it'll be a good idea to try to see if it'll stick in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you drop it in, and it fits in effortlessly. As soon as you put that shard in, it lights up. It is back to its strength.
Alright.
Okay, so 2 down to 2 more to go.
Nope, 3 down, 1 more to go.
I thought we had 3.
Oh, 3, sorry.
What was the original riddle again?
4 times placed,
Well, if I-
1 time opened.
Oh, so I think we're trying to find the 2 other relics in order to make 4 and place them in this room then, if I make a fair assumption.
No, you have 3 of them.
Oh,
'Cause
then we're
you-
just missing 1 then.
Yeah, because you found 1 in the room you're in, you found 1 in the cup, and then you guys found the broken one in the other room.
Alright, how about we stick together for this one to find the last one?
Okay.
I'm down for it. Let's
That's
do it.
good. This place is giving me the creeps, to be honest.
Yes.
It is very dreary. It could really use some Christmas lights.
For once, Holly, I may actually agree with you there.
Which way are we going?
He points the
well-
hallway downwards.
Yeah, let's go straight forward.
Okay. So,
Eh,
Alright.
up you guys go. I am stuck.
Hi, Stuck. We're the party.
Yeah. Thanks. Alright, so, you have 2 choices here.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, you have only 2, because the way in front of you is blocked off by a gigantic hole.
Ah,
But you can either go
Call me in high
left
school.
or right.
okay. Are we going to split off again, if that's an option?
I think we stick together this time.
Alright, so left or right?
right.
I'm right-handed, so let's go right.
To the right then.
Fine, that may be a fair assumption.
Oh, but there's such a pretty glow coming from the room on the left.
Let's just avoid the glow for now.
Alright, let's get some of you guys out of the walls here, so you're not just stuck.
I'm stuck in the wall!
Oh my god! Something get caught out of there! Holy shit!
Somebody
shape.
did.
Because I haven't been able to pay attention because I've been in the wall!
We forgot to play test this map, guys, sorry.
This is what happens when we work with PUBG for this episode!
This is the Scarlet and Violet map.
Oh no.
Very topical. Anyway, so,
Minus 30 frames a second there. God! Anyway.
Adanna, you are the first one in this room. When you look around, those little rectangle things around here, those
Yeah.
are coffins.
Andy just raised an eyebrow. Walks over to the smallest one.
I'm about to say the 4 of them are. This is the only one that's a different size. They're all different sizes, so there's no real smallest one.
Oh, okay, I was just going off on the image.
Yeah, it's all right.
Does it look like it could be opened?
It has a little bit of ice around the seal of the door, but you could probably break it and open it.
He holds his club and starts breaking the ice around it.
All right.
Whoa, what the fuck? What's going on?
So, a little bit of defrosting a coffin later. You open it up, and you remember how that frozen person looked earlier? The one who was
Yeah.
trapped in a block of ice?
Yep.
Similar situation, but not trapped in a block of ice, just laid in a coffin.
So, does it look like it's been perfectly preserved, or is it like decomposing, like played Elder Scrolls in Skyrim where you face those drogs?
It is perfectly kept. There are no signs of decay on it anywhere, but it is very, very cold to the touch. and it is also just horrifically pale.
Can I roll a medicine check on it?
How's the face look? Is it like in horror, like the frozen guy?
Yes. I mean, you can roll a medicine check. It's dead. I don't know what you'd be checking for.
I'm just
but-
checking if this thing is actual human or not.
Oh. Well, yeah, okay, sure.
18. Thank
Yep.
God, finally, getting good rolls.
That's a human.
While that's happening, I'm gonna go.
Like, he just, like, cause a death or anything?
Judging by how cold it is, you probably think it's some kind of cold-related affliction. Not frostbite, but probably hypothermia.
So, what is Jay doing again?
I'm just chilling right there in the corner.
Alright.
Are there any like engravings or inscriptions or tombstones about saying who these guys are or what happened to them?
No. There's no indication of who the bodies belong to, not on the coffins or anywhere in the room.
That is
Question.
odd. They would take the time to. It's odd they would take the time to entomb these poor folks, yet leave no record of them.
Can I check the other coffins?
Sure. So,
Okay, I break the ice and open each individual lids.
so the other 3 smaller coffins have the exact same situation going on.
All identical looking corpses?
All identical, yep.
All the same looking? Like,
Yeah.
same facial structure, everything?
Well, not the same person, but you could tell they definitely died in the same way, and they still have the same expression on their face, too. The biggest one right here in the center over where Taya is, though. When you open that one up, you notice this one is in full armor and is holding a sword on its chest.
Oh.
This person seems like it was a little more important than the others. But
Okay.
but they are still cold and dead and frightened looking.
Can I do something real quick?
Sure.
Can I investigate in any of the coffins try and look for a piece of paper that Holly has shown me earlier, like something like that?
That's gonna be a pretty high check, but let's see if you can do it.
Alright. Investigation +5. Let's see if I'm lucky this time.
I'm gonna go over here.
No
so
dice. They are too stiff for you to move, and the one in the center is way too heavy for you to even begin to lift.
Also, I'm gonna try something. I'm still holding the blue gem, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say like what happens if I try like holding it close to one of the dead guys in the smaller coffins.
Nothing. They're just illuminated in a blue light coming from the crystal, but that's it.
Dojj, do you recognize any of the bodies in the coffins?
Do I have to roll?
No, I'll tell you. You would recognize these. These are different Vikings that they went missing around the first year of the blizzard. The one in the giant coffin is the former chief of Hybridon.
Oh.
Oh.
Noble warriors.
Oh. I see.
Would anyone of us know like if this is like typical for how Vikings lay their deceased, or is this abnormal for the culture?
This is very atypical. As you recall that when that one rider was dragged into the town hall, Nicholas laid him on the hearth and let him burn. Vikings typically give their fellow men a funeral by way of fire. So if they're being kept down here and in such perfect condition, that's very abnormal for their culture.
Adanna just taps his chin. They were preserving these bodies for something.
And these are definitely not the Vikings doing.
Dojj, not meaning to be insensitive, but do you think you can move the body of your big friend over here? I think he might have something for us to do.
I do not like it, but I will.
Thank you.
And he walks over and begins picking it up.
Question: while that's happening, I'm looking down like this weird crevice. What do I see?
Darkness. A lot of darkness. Jumping down that hole will most certainly mean you die.
Do I see anything ahead of me, perhaps?
No.
Fuck.
You just see a rock wall.
Ace, can I go back to one of the other bodies, like the frozen ones? They're all dressed like simple clothing, right? Except for the big one?
No, they have armor on them too, but it's not like heavy armor like that one is.
Any way I could remove their chest to see if there's any cuts or, openings on their body under the armor?
Sure. So while you're doing that, I'll give it a little bit of time because I'll say you're going and looking through all 4 of them. While you're doing that, Dojj, against your chagrin, you have moved the body of the chief in the giant coffin out, and you have very carefully laid him down. Jingles, you were the one that asked for him to move the body. What would you like to do?
Can I see in the coffin now that it's out of the way?
You can. It's empty.
Okay. Can I, pad down the body to see if it might have anything, like any pockets or anything of value that probably would be on him?
You can try. I'll let you do an investigation check. While you're doing that...
I'll just also ask, Holly, you have a pretty good eye at looking things. Could you help check this out with me?
Alright,
Absolutely.
So you both make investigation checks. Meanwhile, Fuyu, by now you've looked at all the bodies. There is no sign of an external, cut or scrape or puncture wounds. According to your knowledge, it is all internal.
He wonders if these guys were being, preserved, perfectly, then what were they used for? Rubbing his chin, thinking back his old life.
Well, while you're thinking about that, Robo and Lexi both. If you guys were looking for something valuable, you've found it. You found, obviously besides the great sword, you found a few small daggers and other weapons. You probably found some coins too. Is there anything specific you were looking for?
A piece of paper or anything that might help around in, something that you wouldn't usually find on a Viking.
Yeah, actually, Robo, with your check, as you continue to search, you find a tattered piece of paper, or a yellowed piece of paper, that is missing a corner in the bottom right.
Miss Holly, I found it!
Perfect. She
All
pulls
right.
out the piece of paper and quickly hands it to him.
Alright,
Turns
let's see if
around.
this works. Alright, give me a minute, this might work. And he is going to cast the cantrip Mending to put the 2 separate pieces back together.
The paper is fixed, and is written in more than a few languages. But at the very bottom, in Common, which is what you found the corner of the piece of paper to be written in, it mentions that this is the first time in a long time they've seen a golem.
A golem?
It basically
Dojj?
It basically mentions that they thought the golems had gone extinct.
Do you think
Dojj? Oh, yes, Holly?
Do you think a golem had something to do with the reason they're like this?
I honestly don't know. This makes even more questions than actual answers. Dojj, I think you may want to take a look at this.
He walks over and looks at it.
Professor just hands him over the paper and points down from where the languages speak of.
Dojj, you look over the paper and it says, when you look over the paper, it seems as though it might be referring to you, because it mentions something about how they thought the goblins had gone extinct.
I am trying to remember. I cannot. Something's blocking it. It feels unnatural.
Well, whatever these answers are alluding to you, I have a very strong feeling now that this may be the place where we can get all the answers.
Hopefully.
Well, I guess we found as much as we could in here. Should we move on?
I guess the shiny room.
Alright.
The shiny room.
I suggest you held on to that paper. Perhaps it could basically be of use of us in the future. Alright, let us go!
Alright. So, you guys were going over here to the other room now, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me just... So, when you guys arrive into this room, you all see that the room has a very large... That is a dome in the center. And these 4 pillars that are on the corner, so here, 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 and here, look like they are a place to sit something.
I see.
And
like
then these,
the crystals?
mm-hmm. And then these 3 pillars over here are just like big, like, light pillars, like essentially big floor lamps.
Holly takes out the crystal she was carrying and puts it on one of the spots.
Okay, let me grab a pen here and see. You're over here. I'll say you put it over here. When you do that, this section of the wheel, or the dome, opens up. And you see that underneath the shell was like almost a wiry mesh covering. Almost like, you know those outdoor like fire pits that are like circular in shape?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
So are we just opening something that was been sealed off?
Maybe.
Put the other crystals down.
Yeah.
We only have 3.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, so here we go.
Adanna looks at you all. He says, hold on! This thing looks like somebody sealed this off for a reason.
Well, whatever the reasons is, we're going down there either way.
And I'm pretty sure we can handle it. I mean, we made it this far, haven't we?
That's true.
We're still missing 1.
You are. So, you've placed down 3 of them, and 3 of these dome pieces have opened up. One of them, however, is still closed. And one of the crystals is still missing.
Hang on. Quick question. Did we took the sword from the big dude? Like, does it have anything special about it?
No, it's just a big old iron greatsword.
I'm surprised y'all just left his dead body on the floor.
I'll say you put it back.
He just need to stretch his legs, you know? Sorry, it's a bad joke.
And then just stick his head back in the room. You do know there's a residence of these lands right next to you.
And, well, we are going to own it once we are done with this mission, so I say it's a win-win.
Code, I noticed you've gone off a little bit of ways away from the group. What are you looking for?
I'm looking down this hallway.
Okay. Well, you see there is a very bright light blue glow, brighter than the room that you are in.
More shiny lights.
Oh,
More shiny
boy.
lights.
Adanna just walks over and looks down the hallway where Cole's looking.
And you also notice that these lights seem to have a sort of watery pattern to them.
There's water and shiny light water.
Let's go check it out.
Wait, water, but isn't this supposed to be like a snowy hellscape? How is there still water
Hey,
here?
run down the hallway!
That means
Is it
there's
frozen
warm.
over?
Well,
That means when there's running water, there's warm.
Holy shit! There's a thing in here.
well,
What are you talking? Holy crap!
well, there's water in here, all right, but it's frozen.
Popping time.
Ice skating?
That's a pretty thick layer of ice over that water.
You do
Ollie
not
jumping
know
on the
my
ice. She's ice
determined.
skating.
You're jumping on the ice?
Maybe not jumping.
Well,
but
you're rolling.
ice skating.
Well, too late. You're rolling a deck save.
Oh!
Just took a sip from my mug. Thank you for this.
Are you drinking?
Time to kill the whole party.
Oh,
Holly,
23.
as you're
Dang.
doing figure eights around the ice, you hear the ice crack, and you just get off the ice in time as the ice completely gives way.
Well, it appears that it was thinner than we expected. It was
what's
thinner
that,
than it
Ollie?
I know. I did say it was thick, didn't I?
looked.
And look
Yeah.
her up and
That's an
down.
insult to me.
Lol.
He's not saying anything. He's just looking at you.
Just how much of her body weight is made up of bells exactly?
Yeah, I'm about to say all those bells in your bag are what broke the ice.
Sure.
Honestly, I believe she is what I call a bell anomaly, if I'm saying this quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Ha 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 ha.
Holly, as you get off the ice in time, probably a little shaken up from, almost taking a very cold bath, you look back over. In the center of the lake, you see a circle of cyan light. And a closer look, you can just make out the last crystal is in the water.
You all see this?
Yeah, you all see it.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna be creative with one of my cantrips. Where on the map is
Give me just a second. I'll say that it's right... let's see. Right there, probably. Well,
And there's like the ice is broken open, like
yes,
all that, right?
yeah, it's open.
Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can grab it with Thorn Whip.
It is 10 feet in the water, so that will be in range.
Alright,
Hey,
should we just hold on to you just in case if it's a little too heavy for you? As in like a failsafe.
That would be smart, Mr. Jingles.
Alright, Arko, you help me hold on to Adanna while he's doing this.
So I try.
Group hug.
Beg pardon?
Well, that would be fun. Okay, everyone huddle together.
Alright, Adanna, I'm gonna need you to give me a strength check, and since you have people holding you, I'm gonna let you roll that at advantage.
Did I cast Thorn Whip to see if I hit it first?
Yeah, I'll say you cast it and hit it, but, you still have to pull it through 10 feet of water.
Alright, strength check with advantage, right?
Yes.
Alright, everyone huddle together. This is a group effort.
Oh boy, let's hope this works.
No, I don't wanna. I'm over here.
A dirty 20! Dirty 20!
Alright. Out it comes. You all give one big heave, and out of the water pops the last crystal, and into your hands, Fuyu.
And he just holds it. Just realize how cold it is. Stop! Cold!
And it is in perfect condition, too. It's not cracked. I know that,
Well,
that
that's
was,
a relief.
that's probably obvious, but I thought I would go ahead and tell you.
All magical items are harder to break.
True.
Well, that last one was apparently easy enough to break. Apparently, just by being here.
Yes, and Holly's little shenanigans actually help.
Shenanigans.
Who knew?
Thank you, Miss Holly.
Thank you, I try.
Right.
Then again, I'm still wondering how you managed to break the ice.
Before we go back, however, what's up with this thing over there?
That's a hole.
Can I jump that?
Yes.
You cannot jump that.
Even if Dojj throws me?
I was about to ask if I could throw him.
If you miss that, you're dropping down that hole, and you are going to die.
Wait.
I am
I might
okay
have
with
a.
those odds.
I
What
have
the
an
fuck?
Wait. Drop it. I have a better solution that might help us.
Speak, little man.
I have a very special advancement called Jump. It will increase his jump size by 10 or something.
Oh,
You
that's
just
so
look-
I
good.
thought you were being like sarcastic for a second. Like I have a skill called
Oh,
jump
that's
that lets me jump.
that's an exo spell.
Or can't you just send your little reindeer to scout out ahead?
Actually, that's a very intelligent idea. Okay, Ruby, I need you to do this for us. Could you go and investigate what is on the other side of this hole? Thank you. Love you.
Jingles, I have an idea.
Please don't tell me it's one of the stupid funds.
I said let Dojj throw you.
No!
You're the smallest one here! Come on!
That will be...
And falling into a perilous
Like a
death.
baseball,
No,
come on!
I got Thorn Whip, so I could probably pull you back if you're going to fall down.
So,
Let's just say that...
Tie a rope to whoever's jumping so we can like pull them back up if they
Oh
fall.
my god, that's right. I have rope.
Ruby's back.
Okay, let's just say that throwing someone will be our last resort. As about we keep it at that.
Ruby's back.
Okay. Ruby, please tell me there's something useful in there.
She projects basically like a little GoPro footage of what she saw through her eyes. She went over the canyon and got stopped because over here there is a very big wall of ice. Very, very thick, strong ice. Not like the kind that can be broken by standing on it with a bunch of jingle bells. And she turned back around.
Well, I suggest we finish up the dome puzzle first, at least.
You meant unsealing to know who knows what down there? I have a sneaky feeling this temple is not for religious purpose.
Please, just that idea. I do not wish to be thrown to a fucking deep hole.
Listen, Adanna, if it would make you feel better, we can, before opening the dome, I suppose you would want to check out that hole down the hall first, at least.
What hole?
If, like, this one? Is this something?
No, ignore that. That's...
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Hang on, let me just get rid of it. There it is.
Yeah, hold on a second, let me... Yeah, you beat me to it, yeah.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't
Why
exist.
does yellow ice that... Ugh.
I've heard of yellow... I've heard... Oh my god.
No, stop.
No.
Stop coloring over it with green.
You're making it worse.
Okay, anyway.
He's not a creative color.
So, you guys eventually get back down to that room. You have the last crystal. You ready to use it?
Oh boy.
Yes.
He looks at everyone. No one's not taking any damage lately, right?
No.
Yeah, you all have you have all your health and spell slots back because y'all took a long rest before you got to Hybridin.
I'm just gonna say that with Adanna's paranoia, I'm just gonna pull out my gun and just like have it. I'm just gonna hold a reaction to see if anything dangerous comes out of that dome.
Okay.
Well, once he puts the final crystal in.
I thought it was like some sort of lid dome or something like that.
It is, but you don't know. But you were worried about something coming out of it.
Alright. But before we open this door, I want to, I guess you can say, trace back our steps of what we know so far. Just so we can understand what we're going to be dealing with. So, the lady, the statue, apparently they are the same thing, but the eyes are different, so... And we found some notes as well concerning about a ritual that could summon some sort of dark being, so... I think they were trying to either summon it, or a corrupted version of it, if that makes any sense. And the frozen bodies in the crypt, well, we have no idea what this means, but I think they may as well have been test subjects to bring the dead back to life, if I'm going to go that far.
Or they were sacrifices.
That too. That could work as well.
Because I was looking over their bodies and no puncture wounds, nothing relates to any experimentation on their bodies. They were just frozen dead. Cause of death, hyperthermia.
Well, maybe before we go in, I should show you these papers that we found in the barracks. And he's just going to, like, take out the papers and show it off to everyone.
What language is written in?
One of the languages that are written in is common, so you'll understand what they are.
Is there any imagery on it, like diagrams, anything like that?
Yes, there's like summoning
Like
circles
medical
and
diagrams?
not medical diagrams. It's like summoning circles and all that. And all of them that you found are all stamped with a big red failed, also written in common.
The papers we found, Jingles.
Wait a minute, how many papers saying that it says fail?
I'd say they're stapled together in like packets.
Yeah,
There's
like in numbers, like how many papers
like-
saying fail?
I'd say there's like 5 or 6 apiece, each 5 pages, and they all say failed.
And how many dead bodies we found?
5.
Frozen in the... Ah!
Oh my god!
So the corpses we found were all test subject to resurrect something, or...
Or
To back
or
away from the circle.
or they're trying to get whatever they're summoning to possess the bodies.
Or maybe they were using the sacrifices as hosts to bring it to the world, like sacrificing a soul or something in that. But
There's always a price to pay for these type of things. Either it's spell components or this component looks at the lid. Whether they brought in this world requires human sacrifices.
But does anybody else
No.
want to put the crystal in?
I'll do it.
Okay. Ko, before Adanna leaves, you swipe that crystal and you place it on that last pillar. I'm trying to draw, it's not letting me. Here it is. With all
I didn't know.
4 pieces of the dome opened, you
I have my gun trained on it.
you hear a very faint tinkling like tune, like a xylophone or chimes. Nothing happens at first, but after a little bit, there sounds a very loud shriek before you see a giant gust of snowy wind fly out, and that's still an eraser. Then flies out this way and away from you. It doesn't even stop to look at you. It's out of there. Also, as it was flying, you heard a very loud crashing or shattering sound, like it broke through something.
Ugh, cripe! We unleashed something that was sealed away!
I think you're just being paranoid.
Did it just crash to the ice?
I believe it did.
Should we go investigate?
Oh yes, we should.
When you get back up there, the wall of ice that was there is indeed gone. Or it has been crashed through. And instead, the hole that was there has been filled in by said ice.
Oh, convenient.
Volunteer Jingles to attempt walking across.
So I'll say that you move forward, you walk across this icy flow, blocking the chasm. So as you walk across, you eventually come to a very large room, and you see a trail of snow where that, whatever it was, fled into a set of giant doors. Now the doors themselves have not sustained any damage. They are closed, they look very, very large, and everything else in here is mostly empty, save for the giant stone pillars in the room and the occasional little lights, like, down here or here.
What is this?
It almost looks like it's the entrance to, say, a throne room.
Most of us can safely walk across, right?
Yeah, you all can safely walk across. That is
Alright.
not going to break. Wait.
Is there any inscriptions about who this throne room was supposed to be dedicated to, or
Nope.
like not even any any murals or anything?
Nothing.
Sculptures?
There's like carvings on the pillars, but it's not of any like person or battle. It's just like, fancy little like Roman pillar carvings, whatever.
Did Dojj just squash me?
Yes.
Dodge, you're on me! Fucking get off, please! Oh my god, my ribs, fuck!
So yeah, you guys are now in this big room. What would you like to do?
Well, we
Okay.
have a job to do.
Okay, what I suggest: 2 on the right, 2 on the left, 2 in the center, and we advance slowly.
Okay,
I'll be
I'll take the right.
I'll take the left.
You all very slowly advance.
I'll
All
behind
weapons
me.
trained on the doors. all weapons trained on the doors?
After slowly advancing and not much of anything happened, you finally come to the door.
It's still closed?
Still closed.
So, all this time, all this work, all these sacrifices, we go here for a door.
We didn't sacrifice anything.
I did.
What the fuck?
I have to sacrifice my own
What?
humanity. I have to sacrifice my own pride.
I don't think you had any.
Sticks his head behind, past the pillars behind. Where's that damn spirit? It went into this room. There's practically a snow trail towards those doors.
My best guess, she's behind. It's behind those doors.
I think you'd be right.
Wow.
Because
Adorable.
as far as
How
you can
about this?
tell, the trail has stopped at the door, so it might be behind.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
We cave in this whole fucking place.
No.
I will point out, though, this blizzard's been going on for 3 years, while this thing's
2
been
years.
in... Oh, 2 years. This blizzard's been raging for 2 years when this thing was still trapped inside the dome, so I don't think physically trapping it would stop it from destroying the world. Maybe the only way to stop this blizzard is to actually kill it.
I don't think it's fucking up the world. I think it's just this little island. Is it fucking up the world, DM?
You're not on an island. You're on a very large continent. Yeah, it's frozen everything over.
So,
The
if we don't
important
stop
bit.
this,
So
yeah, if we don't
remember,
stop this
like-
over time, it will become a problem.
yeah, I'm about to say, you probably don't want to run now.
I would suggest Dojj and Jingles open the door while we cover them.
So,
Alright, yeah, you two slowly open the door, and then the rest of us will just have all our weapons and spells drawn on it, ready. Or at least I'll have my gun drawn on the door, waiting to see if what's behind it.
when you do,
Alright.
when you do open the door,
Kick it open.
a faint wind, kicks up some snow, and it flutters out. But it's just a long hallway leading into the actual throne room. You don't
Oh.
see anything in there.
Dancing lights?
I cast dancing lights and send the lunar moths into that room.
There's mods in the room. Still all you can see.
I
Is
walk
it
in.
completely empty?
To your knowledge, it is completely empty.
What the?
Wait a second, did God just say he just went in?
Code did just go in.
Ah, crap.
Well, we're following then.
I'm
Oh.
only strong hero.
Let us go.
Alrighty. So you
And,
all
and
have...
he's whistling a Christmas tune while he's walking in.
Was I?
Yes, let's sing.
No, not
No!
you. Ko was whistling a tune. Alright, let me change maps real quick. When you enter the gate, you're in a room cold and round. The ice is stacked high, and there's snow on the ground. And across from your party on an icy throne sits a woman whose hair and kimono dress flits. And I'm going to send this in the NPC details, as I am describing this. Her eyes black as midnight, her hair dark and wired, her nails sharp as daggers, her lips red as fire. Her skin is quite ghastly, as pale as the snow, and around her a soft yet frigid wind blows. She's a sinister beauty, and upon you she glares, awaiting for one of you to speak, if you dare.
Oh.
Why, hello there.
Hey.
Do I know you from somewhere?
That is that shadowy woman that you saw in those visions? This is that woman.
Oh, no.
And does she look like a messed up version of the statue we saw?
She looks not messed up. This is probably what the statues were based on.
But I can still see the resemblance, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can see the resemblance.
Yeah, I was just saying to Jingles, like, okay, now I see what you were saying.
I just mentioned, like... I just imagine like your character Rock just like takes out like a photo, compare it to it like up, down, like.
What brings you fools to my domain?
We're here because there seems to be an unending winter for the past 2 years. Is that your doing?
Well, that's for me to know and for you to find out. I am Yuki-Onna. You see, a long time ago, I was a victim of this horrible blizzard. But I've been here an extremely long time, and I've been waiting for so long for some wonderful visitors to come.
How long have you been waiting, exactly?
I'm afraid that's none of your business right now. Actually,
Okay.
I'd be much more concerned about other aspects of your situation.
Alright,
You know.
however, we still have some questions. So, if you're willing to answer them, that would be very appreciated. So, I suppose you're not really human, per se. These people have brought you here?
I was summoned, as one might say, by a female in deep purple plate armor. I'm afraid that's all the information I can give you at this time. Now, I
Okay.
suggest
But Faith, I still don't understand. Why are you doing all this? Why the snow? Why the winter? Why all the terrible things that is going on around here?
She
I think I'll...
is a demon.
you seem familiar. The knight that summoned me would be vaguely intrigued if he knew you were here.
What?
He looks very confused.
Your talk does
Well?
not faze her. She has no time for prattle. Start rolling initiative. Here comes the boss battle.
Oh shit!
Join what remains of the Vikings in an eternal frost.
Man, you guys are in trouble. Yuki-Onna's going first. So let's see here. She's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. She's not going to attack, because none of her attacks, unfortunately, will hit from that distance. Yeah, these are all, like, very, very close range. So that is her turn. You got lucky this time. Taya, you're up.
A bullet into her head!
That's the idea. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Just gonna be like a step right between. Actually, you know what? Is this considered cover here? Can this be considered cover?
Where?
Like right here, where I.
Where?
Oh,
I meant. I was saying like right here, or
the center
is this
rock
considered
will...
like cover, or?
No, the center rock will be cover, but those other edges will not be. Yeah, I know it looks tall, but, like, I'm gonna say that it's, like, just the start of the uphill. It's not gonna be super high up.
It's only like knee high.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna be over here. Yeah, when I saw her, like, start walking towards the center of the room, I just ducked over here, and then ducked over here, and then... Yeah, gonna fire using... what's it called? A Deadeye shot. So...
Nice.
this one will be at advantage.
Red Dead Redemption.
It would be at advantage, except for one thing. She is surrounded by a blizzard. Any perception checks or ranged attacks will be at disadvantage. So that's going to cancel that out. You are just rolling this one normal.
Alright, so... At least it's a regular, then.
Yeah.
That's a 14?
That's going to hit, yes. That meets, so I'll let that hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, okay. That's a 12 damage.
Pretty good shot. Well, you've, like, shot her right in the shoulder. Let's see. Anything else? Would you like to do anything else? Who am I feeding back through?
Lexi.
Who it might be?
I think that's all I can do. I'm just gonna say, you're not a very good host.
So if that's all you're going to do, Adanna, your turn.
Adanna?
For you.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry,
Sorry.
I keep doing. I keep saying your character name. I probably should say your actual name.
Okay. Let me see.
I believe
Can
your
I
condition
still
is spreading.
I don't know. Okay. Can I still see her?
Where you're standing, you cannot see her. You'd have to move in order to get a clear shot.
Okay, I am going to move right here. That's within 30 movement speed. I'm going to raise my shield up and get ready. And pretty much you guys see his shield is like a tortoise shield, but it looks like some sort of snapping turtle.
Not Snape.
No, this is like a wolf shield. Like.
All right.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How high is the ceiling?
Considering that this is a throne room in a cavern, I'm gonna say pretty darn high. I'd say maybe like at least 100 feet.
Damn it. Okay, that won't work. Okay, that would be my turn.
Okay. Dojj, it is your turn.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna go ahead. Well, creating packed weapon is an action, so I think I'm actually going to hit her with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, that you're gonna be rolling that one at disadvantage if you're gonna roll to hit on that.
Huh. Cool. Great.
Oh, great.
Hey, you know how it is. Shit, I can imagine that her wisdom saving throws are probably pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
she got some good wisdom.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Shatter on her.
Okay.
As a 3rd level spell that is not a ranged attack. And so I'm going to center the point on her and clap my hands, and instead of it sounding around everybody else, it like reverberates around her.
Okay.
And she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty, give me 1 second. Let's see. Roll 1d20 plus 2. 14.
The DC was 15.
Ooh, so she fails. Alright. Roll for damage then.
She takes 3d8 thunder damage.
Oh,
actually, I'm casting this as a 3rd level spell slot, so she actually takes 4d8.
Ooh.
Holy smokes. Well, she does not have a resistance to that, so yeah, she's gonna take the full force of that one.
Glad to hear it.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. Do you want to roll for damage, or you want me to do that?
I don't have 3d8, or 4d8. You got it.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, here, I got you.
And I don't feel like rolling a d8 4 times, so... 26 damage!
26. Well, you see her, like, curl, like, so she's floating. But you see her, like, curl up and just clutch her head in agony. As you see, like, a bubble of, like, air, like, reverberating around her as a huge bubble of sound basically crashes in on her eardrums.
Glad to hear it. I don't believe I have anything else, and I don't think I can intimidate this woman.
I mean, I'll let you try, but...
What the fuck am I gonna say to intimidate her? Oh wait, I got it. I thought about it. I got it.
All right.
I'm using Gaze of the Mind, or whatever the goddamn hell it's called again. Gaze of Two Minds, and just saying in her brain, or whatever she's got going on.
Ice melts.
Well, she's got her eyes on you now. She's not happy with you. Between the shattering and that little comment. Is that your turn?
I'm just rolling it now. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Holly, you are up next.
Alright,
Let's
I would
go,
like
Holly.
to enhance ability on Jingles. Would you like a advantage on Constitution, Strength, Dexterity, Charisma, Intelligence, or Wisdom?
what did the benefit? So wait, advantage on all those or just separate things?
Pick one of them.
On one of those, the things she said.
On either strength, dex, constitution, or intelligence, or yeah. Wait, aren't there also like other abilities from invincibility as well?
These
If you do
nuts.
Constitution, then you'll also gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
All right, Constitution.
All right, doing Enhance Ability, Bear's Endurance. The target has advantage on Constitution checks, and it also gains 2d6 temporary hit points.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, so should I roll for d6 or should you?
I'll roll it.
All right, thank you.
3,
And you get to roll again because it's 2d6s.
1.
4. Thank you also very much.
All right, then I believe that's the end of my turn.
Unless, of course, you can use your inspiration as a bonus action to give someone an inspiration.
Oh, I could do that.
Who do you want to inspire in this combat?
All right, Ko, you're getting some inspiration. Just because you're, like, right there.
How will he be inspired?
I'm singing Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Oh, funny meme.
Yay!
Alright, so anything else you want to do?
No, I believe that's it.
Alright, well then. Ko, it is your turn.
Well, I can't really get close to her. I only got 30 feet of movement.
No, you could... Well, let's see here. 5,
dash.
10,
Two
15.
spaces.
I think
You could actually get pretty close. If you use just 30 feet, you'd end up right here.
Yeah,
All right,
you'd end up right
Okay.
here.
that works.
Okay.
And I can't really reach her yet, so then that is my move.
You can at least hold an action, at least, I think.
I'll hold an action, wait for her to attack me. Then when she attacks, I'll attack.
Alright, if that is your turn, Ruthieo, it is your turn. I'm just over here watching you guys graffiti up the map.
Quick question. How big is this small hole?
That's not a hole.
Oh, but...
It's
Oh,
just
wait,
debris.
Yeah, no, it's just like a part where it, like, wraps around. It's not a hole to another side. It's just
Gotcha.
yeah.
Alright. I'm going to basically do the dash action to basically make my 30 feet into 60 feet. And I'm going to basically start running around from the steps, using the ruler, so... Where did my token go?
Yeah, where?
Ruthieo has entered the back rooms. Again.
He's speed running. He's speed running so much he despawned.
Alright, I'm going to travel from here with my dash action from here all the way behind here to get a sort of like behind shots. With Ruby, I'm going to command her to at least do a bit of a shot against them. So it's going to be 1d20, well 2d20, and we just choose the smallest result. That's fun!
Enters the battle.
Oh no!
So let's see, that's a 7, so that's not gonna hit her.
Also, it's a nat 1, so the laser just like, pew, just completely misses.
Yeah. It just like reflects off the wall and just bounces over Ruby's head and into the wall behind her. That being said, she's not exactly happy with that little display that Ruby put on. You see her turn to Ruby, and she is about to cast Ice Storm. Yeah, she's about to cast Ice Storm on Ruby, specifically.
Oh no.
I need you to make a dex saving throw for your little friend.
13.
Let's see. That... No, that does not pass. Yeah, that's gonna be centered down on her. Let's see. That's 2d8's bludgeoning and 46 cold. Hey, Robo, bestie, how much health does Ruby have?
8.
That's too bad. That's double that. So,
Damn.
as Ruby misses, you see the Yuki-Onna just kind of turn and scoff, and drops a big ol' ice rock right on top of Ruby. Ruby is dead.
Oh my god!
crushed to death by a giant rock of ice.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
I will kill you. I will tear you apart.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, Ruthieo.
Oh!
Merry fucking Christmas.
And she is going to... Just writing rip on the map.
Go with me.
Oh, man.
Well,
2D.
Today, dear.
To the deer.
Rip to the deer.
you're dead.
And she is going to float over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up here on the stairs. Rip to the deer. By God. That's her turn. Taya, it's your go.
Yeah, I just see her how she murdered that deer. I'm just not gonna step into the main arena just yet, but I'm gonna step onto the steps and just same thing again. Just deadeye shot or no? Actually, I'm gonna take a risky shot here and just do a dazing shot. That's gonna be at a disadvantage.
Yes.
So the lower one will be a dirty 20.
Well, that still hits, so roll for damage.
Alright. And she gonna have to do a con save.
Alright. Let's see, where's her con modifier? Well, it's actually not that good. That's actually kind of dog water. Once again, I've chosen a big bad with not super great stats.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh, that's
okay, well, she
easier.
definitely passed that.
Okay, well, at least I did 5 damage on her.
So you've taken aim and you've shot her kind of like front of the foot. Maybe not on the toe, but yeah. Whatever that day shot was going to do, it did not. Well, with that being said, Adanna, it's your turn.
Okay, first thing, wild shape into an ice spider.
Here we go again.
But I'm going to use a bonus action of... Where is it?
What? Oh fuck!
Starlight Step. You just see this big old spider alien just appear and disappear. Okay, that's my turn.
Dojj, it is your go.
Well, damn. I mean, I guess since create packed weapon is an action, I'm just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. Am I doing that right? 25, 30. I'm just gonna move right here. I don't even think I had bonus actions. No, yeah, okay. So I have the packed weapon. I have like a glowing red, like transparent longsword, but I cannot do anything other than that.
And so if that's your turn, Holly, it's your go.
I am pulling out the horn that was given to me at the beginning of the campaign.
Ooh, the Horn of Jotun. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Chekhov's horn.
Let me pull up the stats for that real quick. Let me see. Where did I... Yes, here we go. Okay.
Chekhov's horn.
Going to assume that's probably going to be a Constitution check, so let me... Wow, I don't have Constitution saving throws. Darn. So this one has no saving throws. I guess I just rolled the normal... I guess the normal modifier, which is +2, or...
I guess so.
Wow, she failed that miserably. Alright, well, that's going to be 4d8 force damage from you, Holly.
Yes.
So what happened?
You're about to find out. Okay. So, you guys see Holly pull out this big old Viking war horn. With one great big powerful noise, she blows a humongous gust of wind straight at the Yuki-Onna. She takes 16 force damage. And with that, the blizzard that is surrounding her is also gone.
Yes!
Holly, Dojj turns around, looks you square in the eye, and just thumbs up like the Terminator.
So, yeah. So, any ranged attacks or perception checks against her are no longer at disadvantage. But she will try and kick up a blizzard again sooner or later, so watch out. With that being said, Ko, it is your turn.
Okay, let me see how far. Okay, 30 feet. Let's see how far I can get. Would I be able to reach her in that distance?
What's your movement speed again? 30?
Yeah.
Debatably, yes.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll reach her.
Oh, finally, Babu. All right. Gonna slice with my sword. Ho, 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 ho.
Okay, roll to hit.
Roll 1d20 plus 6 equals 23.
That hits. Roll for damage.
13 damage.
Okay.
Just
Right.
saying.
Who's
Time for my second attack. See if I hit.
Let's see if you do.
19.
That also hits. Roll for damage.
Ooh, 9. Not that much.
Yeah, I mean that's still a pretty decent amount.
All right.
So that's 19 plus 9. That's 28 in total. Yeah, you put a hurting on her.
I end my turn.
Alrighty, Ruthieo, you have just watched your baby die. How are we feeling?
Nothing else matters, Jingles. The woman, the party, the noises.
Uh-oh.
It just didn't matter. The inhalant movement just forces him to, like, run over to the pile of snow that was once stands his only friend. And he begins, like, rapidly in his mech suit, trying to, like, pull the snow away from Ruby, trying to, like, save it, trying to, like, find it, like, please, you keep me, please, don't, please.
The only thing you find in that snow is a cracked red globe.
Please. Please don't leave me all alone again. He's just going to lie with them and just cry.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Is Ruthieo using his action to cry, or are you still taking your turn?
Guess Jingles does nothing.
Man. Tough luck. Ko. It's the Yuki-Onna's turn, and she's not happy with you taking a big old chunk of her health out.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What? I do nothing. I'm just Ko.
Well, she doesn't quite see it that way. She is about to she's about to use Cold Touch on you. That's gonna be a lot if this hits.
That's what's.
Gosh.
How much?
25. I assume that hits.
Oh, I thought you said health. I was like, how's how much you take from me? Holy shit.
Oh, no. That's not how much I take from you. Plus 8 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target. It must succeed a DC 16 Constitution saving throw or be restrained for 1 round.
13.
You did not succeed that. So let me give you an idea.
What?
As you look over and see Ruthieo crying by his little baby deer, you feel her grab you by the throat. That is 33 cold damage, and you are restrained for 1 turn.
I have 1 HP left.
Yes, sir.
Oh, crap.
Oh, god damn it. I dropped my form.
Yeah, she's she's not happy with some people right now.
Kill her, please, somebody.
So, with 1 HP left, she's going to just move around you. 5, 10, 15, 20,
But she's
25.
still holding me, though?
No, she just did that as, to do the damage.
AC 13, HP 1.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh. And she is back over here where she started.
Oh,
Ruthieo,
so-
you might be next if you don't start moving soon. That is her turn. Taya, lock and load.
Question: if I get on the steps here, would that be like slightly elevated compared to the rest of the arena, or?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go run over to these steps, and then I'm gonna use the action surge so that I can fire 2 shots. I have 2 shots left.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna roll both at once.
Yep. And remember, you don't roll either of those at disadvantage because her blizzard is gone.
Yeah. Well, those 2 definitely hit.
Yeah, those 2 definitely both hit. Roll damage for both of those. Who would have thought that an ancient spirit of winter could be beaten by a gun?
What?
Wait, is it dead already?
No.
Wait, really?
No, it's not
Oh.
beaten. No, that's just the roll into hit. We haven't rolled damage yet.
Oh.
Alright, first one is 7.
Ancient 1,000-year-old spirit meet 9mm.
Well, technically, it's a
Basically.
musket ball.
For Taya's neutral special, she wields a gun. Just
For Curry's
Yeah,
neutral,
7 and
he wields a
6.
motherfucking gun.
So 13 total.
she is hurting. You're nearly there.
Alright, and I'm just can I as like a bonus action? I'll just yell like, Professor Jingles, you can mourn her. You can mourn your reindeer later. We have a bigger shit to take care of.
I understand.
It is your turn, Adanna.
Okay, I'm gonna climb over this wall since I'm smart climb. It's equals towards my movement speed to 30 feet. Let's see. I'm gonna move up towards Dojj because apparently she moved again.
Okay.
And the blizzard is gone, correct?
Yes.
Time to pin her down! Spiderweb!
Does what all them spiders can. Alrighty, roll to hit. Let's see.
19.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So she is.
And now she is restrained.
Yep. Again, her immunity is cold, so she won't be taking the cold damage from that. But that's okay because she's restrained.
Yep, I guess that's it for now.
Alright, well, if that is your turn, now it is your turn, Dojj.
I would like to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I want to pull out a hand axe in my offhand as well.
Okay.
Because I am attacking her. I guess I have to pull up a longsword stat block. But yeah, so let me pull up the 5e stat block for longswords. Yeah, I'm gonna hit her with 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack with both. Yeah, I'm going to attack with the longsword first.
Alright.
So I guess I'm rolling to hit.
You sure are.
17. Do I add modifiers to that?
If you did not, you can. Although that alone will hit, so.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So I'm gonna hit her with the longsword first, and that is 1d8 damage, and then gonna hit her with the hand axe second, and I'll pull up the stats for that. So I'm rolling the d8 first. Fuck. 4. Don't know if I add anything to that.
Are you proficient with that weapon?
Yes, packed weapon says I'm proficient with whatever I pull
Okay,
up.
you add your proficiency bonus towards the attack and the damage die, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool. So that was a dirty 20 on the roll then first, and now it's 7 damage.
Okay.
And then that is a 16 plus 3, 19.
That hits. Roll for damage again.
All right. Now, what fucking shape is a d6?
It's a cube.
Yeah, D6.
It's everyday dice.
Wait, so I rolled a d8 earlier. Did I roll with the wrong dice? I rolled with the regular die earlier. So actually that damage was 7 plus 3, 10. And then now I'm rolling 1 plus 4, so 5.
Alright. Alright, well, you have cut into her pretty good. Like I said, she's almost down. I hope to goodness y'all don't miss these next shots. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Alright. In that case, Holly, it is your turn again.
You want to know what has 2 charges?
The Horn of Jotun?
The horn.
The Horn! Alright, let's see here. So, let's see. I had to succeed. What did I say that was? A DC 15. Yeah, fails. Alright, 48.
Yes!
This has the potential to kill her if you nail this.
Ooh.
Free bird solo, please.
Yeah.
Let's hope the dog.
Oh boy! Everybody stand clear. You take in a much bigger breath this time, and with one great trumpeting sound, you blow out a humongous, much stronger jet of air from the horn. She has taken 17 damage, with that hit, the Yuki-Onna is history. So basically what happens after that, she takes that force damage, she like poofs into a cloud of snow, the webbing drops, but she like appears above where she was floating, lets out another shriek, and drops to the ground limp.
Oh god.
I'm going to combat's over.
Family Guy death pose.
No, not Family Guy death pose, but combat is over, yes.
Hey.
Okay,
Yes.
dropping wild shape.
As she's dying, can I touch her and use Gaze of Two Minds?
Sure, actually. What are you going to do with that Gaze of Two Minds while you're doing that, Cam?
I want to feel her dying moment. I want to see what she feels.
Dark.
Okay.
Or what she thinks.
Well, let me tell you. When you do that, you see everything from the very beginning. Or she was like one of the very first members of the Klostrad tribe. She was incredibly proficient in ice magic. But she was hailed as a witch, and she ran out and away as far as she could. She eventually made it to Hyberden. But somehow word got around that she was practicing witchcraft. The people of Hyberden did not appreciate a witch showing up to their door, and she was submerged in ice-cold water to see if she could survive. Since she was, an ice witch, they wanted to see, well, let's see if you could survive the cold.
That's fucked up.
Obviously, she didn't survive. She was dumped into the mountain, into a very low, abandoned mine. Years and years and years passed. Eventually, she was no more. You see a group of cultists forming a circle, like a spell circle on the ground, joining hands, and leading them is a female knight in dark purple plate armor. She raises her axe almost in triumph, and with it, when she does, there comes a bright blue flash, and the woman rises back to life again. When she rises back up, she is now pale-skinned, and still retains her control over ice. She was informed of the circumstances of her death by this knight, and before the knight leaves, she was told to bring destruction to the entire Klostrad tribe as revenge. That is where the blizzard stemmed from. But there's one more thing. You see her, turn around as if she's looking at someone, and reaches out her hand one more time. You are snapped out of your trance, with a strong grip on your arm. The Cold Maiden fell to the ground in defeat as you lowered your weapons with your enemy beat, but she staggers back up after a moment's reprieve. She's angered and won't let you easily leave. If she's going down, she's taking you with her, Dojj. Somebody better get in there and roll a strength check to see if you can...
I am giving her a firm electric punch! You just see, Jingles, rise up, still... You see him, clenching the ruby heart that was once ruby. Electricity starts sparking out from his clenched fist, and he's going to basically make a ramming punch straight into her face.
That's fucking badass.
As if holding the heart as if Ruby is still with him in some way.
Well, with that punch, you see her, start to crack as though she were made out of ice, and what looks like glitchy little purple lines emanate from her before she literally shatters like ice and disappears for good.
This was for Ruby and threatening my friends.
Unfortunately, you did that a little too late. As you all turn and you see Dojj completely devoid of color fall to the ground, or fall back onto the ground. Dojj is no more.
I rushed over and... Medicine check? I don't know how much his expertise will work on golems.
Dojj? Vidman? Stop playing around!
Medicine check, come on.
Holy shit!
Wish granted.
Well,
I get you.
With that nat 20, you are able to look at him, and without a doubt, you are able to confirm Dojj is dead. You tap his body, and you notice that it sounds hollow on the inside.
What?
All that is left is what seems like a hollow shell, and his eyes are as black as night, and his mouth is fixed open agape in horror.
I didn't like the man much, but I could understand his stoicism. I am so sorry, everyone.
It's alright. He looks at the now hollow candy can man, just keeps tapping his head like, he's hollow?
Hang on, can I try an arcane check on him?
I don't think you'll need to. What you do need to, however, worry about is something entirely different. As you all are mourning the death of your friend, the cavern starts to rumble.
Oh shit.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Better pick him up and get the heck out of there.
Why don't you shape into Nick spawn links? Let's see. I got 40 speed. I'm a large beast with 40 speed of movement speed. You used to have to roll for traits for this, but just for the heck of it, D5. Where's the freaking D5?
If you can wild shape here, I'm not going to make you roll any checks.
Right, everyone, let's go!
Yeah, so you have wild shape and you are out of there. And as you are running, you see behind you, or you hear behind you, as ice and snow starts to fall and crash behind you, as the cavern starts to collapse in on itself. Until at last, as you go up the stairs, you escape just as wind and snow belches out of the entrance of the cavern. As you all come to terms with everything that went on, you turn and find out that the cavern is gone. Not even the Torii Gate is where it once stood. With your victory in battle, it's all gone for good. But in the ensuing chaos, Dojj breathed his last. Nikolaus's best guard is now a figure of the past. And if it weren't enough, down the hallway you hear the sound of Nikolaus and his tribe drawing near. The first thing Nikolaus does is run over to Dojj, and he looks up at you and he says, "What has happened? What have you done to my guard?"
I am sorry, Nicholas, but I'm afraid as he was trying to defend us, he became hollow. I don't know what exactly happened to him, but I'm sad to say he is no longer with us.
He defended you. So then, whatever was causing this blizzard is gone for good.
Yes. Apparently, some ice fish was resurrected. Well, I don't know what exactly happened, but she was the one causing the storms, and once she was destroyed, she grasped onto Dojj, and she did something to him, and
I see.
Gone.
Rest assured, he died a warrior's death.
That he did. He wanted nothing more than to serve our tribe as best as he could. To that end, I believe he is satisfied. Because of your help, the blizzard is gone. There is not a single flake of snow outside, and the sun has finally emerged. But we have a funeral to hold. And he turns to the Vikings behind him and he orders them to go gather the wood for a pyre.
Before we do that, let me just find something on him. Jingles is going to, find the piece of paper that we gave to him about the golem experiments. We found something important that may have been related to Dojj's past, though he couldn't exactly remember it. I believe his creation was somewhat related to the storms in some way.
He grabs a hold of the paper and he takes a look and he very slowly lowers it down and he utters under his breath, "By the winds of Thrym, what have they done?" As the Vikings all mourn, there sounds a loud clatter, and everyone turns to see what's the matter. Dojj is back on his feet and all of his wounds are gone, but the cracks in his body tell you something is wrong. The skin on his body starts to flake off like shale, like he's some sort of reptile shedding its scales. When the last of it falls, though he's living and well, he's fiery red like he crawled out of hell. Despite all that went down, he's anything but weak. And things only get stranger when he finally speaks. Dojj, anything to say?
You tell me.
The figure looks at you all and he says, "Well met, Clustrod tribe. Unfortunately, what you have done has caused more damage than good.
You are not Dojj.
I never was. You may call me Chaurus. I am a demon
Wait,
that
what?
was merely using the mask of Dojj until I was strong enough to re-emerge once again. And now the time has finally arrived for me to show.
So what?
To show you all the truth. None of this was Thrym's doing. Thrym is but a puppet. Thrym can hold no power to my master.
Who exactly is your master?
I'm afraid that is not of your concern now. You will know in due time. Before you all can do anything else, he creates a fireball in his hand and throws it down onto the ground. Before you all erupts a flaming portal, and he walks through. Before it closes, you all think you see another figure in this portal that looks as though he is clad in dark blue plated armor. With that, the portal closes, and Dojj/Chaurus is now gone. When Chaurus is gone, tense silence fills the air. Everyone wants to ask what happened, but nobody dares.
What the fuck just happened?
This trip just gets stranger and stranger.
As you all are trying to figure out what went on, Nikolaus is just stunned silent. You see him clench the paper in his fist, and he looks at you all and he says, "Elves, it appears I have made a mistake. There is something I must show you. Follow me."
Alright. How is everyone holding up? About, well, all this?
I'm just still in a bit of shock.
Well,
I just want answers as much as anyone.
Well,
Miss Holly?
you all follow him as you're checking up on yourselves. And he takes you down to a very, very deep part of the city. You see him push back a bookcase in a house. You see him unlock a few locks on a steel door. You follow him down another staircase.
Oh,
And in
wow.
the center of a room in the basement, there is a book on a pillar that's covered in dust. And he turns to you all and he says, "There is something you must know about this one called a golem. Golems have not existed for countless amounts of years. There is a reason why." And he goes over and he grabs the book and he opens it up. He gathers you all around for you to see. When you all lean over his shoulder or his arms or wherever you're standing to take a look, with this campaign done, I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Uh-huh.
If you know the answer to this question, don't say it, but do you remember what we talked about when we did one of our calls before we started this campaign?
We talked about a lot of things. My mind is blanking.
Well, one of the things that's the wrong one. One of the things we talked about is that we were going to try and figure out which one shot to do next.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Now I remember.
Now,
I think the next one's supposed to be a Valentine murder mystery investigation.
does anybody else have any guesses what you think it might be?
No, you motherfucker, you know what it is.
Unless it
I do know
becomes
what
a
it is,
My
but-
Little Pony reference.
No, it's no My Little Pony
A
references.
love
Sorry, we don't.
poison.
No, sorry, we don't do that here. Well, I have our next one shot here. Now the pre-type campaign I was going to use for this, unfortunately, kind of sucks. So I've got to do a lot of rewrites for this campaign. So yeah, we're still
You're playing something.
we are still doing one shots that are not pre-typed. With that being said, is everybody watching my screen right now?
Yeah, I am.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, now I
have
am.
another E3 reveal.
Yes. Alright, so, if everybody is watching my screen, let me get quiet in the wings, please.